What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Vlogmas number 10. I can't even believe that I'm actually pulling it off, dude. As long as I get it up before 12 o'clock, I think it counts. So, bear with me, okay? It's like 9:48 right now. I didn't have a really busy day, but I had things going on, and I finally have some time to sit here and record a vlog. It's not gonna be super exciting like yesterday's vlog, which only got a couple of 100 views, which kind of sucks. I think it's because I'm uploading so late. I gotta get back on it at 5 o'clock. Tonight, what I want to share with everybody is my top 10 movies. These are my top 10 go-to movies that I could watch. Like if I came to your house and you said, hey, what do you want to watch? I would ask you to play one of these movies. They're not in any particular order. They're just the movies that I love to watch, okay? Now, if you guys don't mind, it would be dope if you comment down below some of your top 10 movies, all right? And don't be ashamed to suggest something for me to do on one of the Vlogmas days, okay? I still have to go for Vlogmas number 11 after tomorrow, so hey, we'll figure it out together, okay? One of my top 10 movies to watch. I can watch this while I'm going to sleep. I just get a bag of chips, I sit there and I watch it, and I would be traveling and I could just let it play while I'm driving. Everything about this movie is dope. I love the actors in the movies, I love the setting, I love the way it's shot. Everything in it is dope. So this movie right here is called Fury. The movie is dope all around. I just love to watch it. It just brings me peace. I know it's a movie about war, people getting their heads blown off, so on and so forth, but it's a really good movie, man. Everybody did such an excellent job in the movie. The second movie on the top 10 list, I want to remind you guys that this is not in a particular order. This is just movies that I love to watch. Is a movie that makes me feel calm. This movie makes me feel calm. It makes me feel like I want to live back in those days. Goodfellas is definitely a good movie, man. It just brings, it just, I don't know. It's like in this movie, that jail scene in the movie when they were cutting the garlic, that whole scene in that movie was like my favorite part. Not just that part, but also the part where they were running and where they were going down into the casino through the back way. That was like really cool to watch. And the soundtrack to that part was just awesome too. I loved it. I love everything about this movie. I could watch this movie anytime, during family gatherings, Christmas time, especially Christmas time. You gotta watch mob movies on Christmas time, dude. Like, now we're kind of switching gears. 10 Years is definitely in my top 10 movies. This movie was shot in Albuquerque. Obviously it's Channing Tatum and all, but it's the backstory of the whole movie. It's like a group of friends who grew apart after high school, then they all do a 10-year reunion, and everybody's just catching up. And I don't know, man. I wished one day that I could put on like a 15-20 year reunion for Pinion and all the people who were in my class, but I didn't graduate from there. It would kind of be awkward if I hosted one of those. But 10 Years is a really good movie. I suggest everybody to watch it. I don't care if you're into love movies or not. If you're a guy and you're not, you're trying to be stoic in front of your lady, I think you should put your guards down and play this movie and then tell your lady, hey babe, let's go watch this movie together. Don't tell her that I suggested it. Say you suggested it, and then watch the movie with her. I guarantee she gonna love you forever. Another mob movie that I really love to watch is The Irishman. Boom. The Irishman is everything, bro. It's like Titanic, but in mob scene, and it just paints a picture of how easily people get old, because they started off young and then boom, next thing you know, Robert De Niro was in a wheelchair just reminiscing. And it says a lot about loyalty, because he was very loyal to his the guy who put him under his wing. Oh, my favorite scene is when homeboy was eating the steak. That whole steak scene where he was like stealing steak from the truck, and then he met the guy. Remember where he cut that he cut the chicken's neck, and then when they were sitting there eating steak, he's like, I deliver steak. Do you? I could deliver you steak. Could you? I was like, I'll talk to you later. And then he walked off. Like, that was a really good scene, man. Really good scene. I love that movie. Really good movie. Next movie, kind of a little more on the romantic side, is Titanic. How can you not love Titanic? Titanic is a love story. It's like dramatic. It's like almost thriller, sort of, man. It's crazy. Like, everything about it is a good movie. Plus, I have a really special place in my heart for this movie. We watched it in Phoenix with one of my late uncles, and I always remember that time when we watched Titanic. And we used to have both the VHS tapes of the Titanic, and I don't know, I'm low-key a sucker for love stories and love movies, so I definitely like this movie. And then plus Leo DiCaprio, I don't really know how to say his last name. He's a really good actor, man. I love all his movies. He's dope. He's dope. Everything about him is dope. I love that guy. If I could meet him, I feel like him and I could be really good friends. Another movie from Mr. Leo has got to be The Great Gatsby. I love this movie, man. The soundtrack. Oh, when I was building my house, I was like, someone across the way, I'm gonna stand outside on my balcony and look for a green light and just kind of reach out, you know? But everybody in Blue Gap's related to me, so I can't do that. But The Great Gatsby, man, is another love classic movie. I just love it, man. It says a lot about betrayal, and I believe that a lot of men can learn from this movie to not just trust anybody because of the way they look. And sometimes love can be deceiving, and I believe that this movie can teach not just men, but a lot of people a lot of good lessons about love. So if you haven't yet seen The Great Gatsby, you have to see it. And if you think that money can buy love, after you watch this movie, you will know that money definitely does not buy love. Another movie that I really love is Mr. Nobody. This movie also says a lot about time and what you do with your time and who you choose to spend your time with and your energy with. Really good job, man. He's just like a character that just like spaces out and just kind of like absorbs everything from the universe, and it kind of plays with his mind and plays with his body. It's just it's a really unique movie, I should say. And you'd probably have to watch it more than once to understand the entire movie. It's several different parts from, it's almost like it's like a multi-universe kind of thing. You know, if this happened, this would have happened. If this happened, this would have happened. And it really makes you think about your own life too a little bit. You know, low key, you just like, if that happened, then I'd probably be living in this type of life. And then if I was living in that life, then I wouldn't have this in my life. And then the part that tripped me out the most was when he woke up from a nap and he said a different woman's name in his other life, and then his current life is like, who is that? You know, why did you say that person's name? Then he couldn't explain it. It was just great. You guys gotta watch that movie. Mr. Nobody is definitely one to watch. You gotta watch it more than once. I know I'm gonna get a lot of criticism from this one, but I got to put the Batman on this list. For some odd reason, I just love this Batman, dude. He does a really good job. It's kind of low-key like a gothic emo type of Batman, and you could just feel Batman's misery, man. He's so fucked up from life. He misses his parents, and he's just, you know, the whole world is fucked, and you could just tell that he knows it is, but he's doing his best to make the world a better place. But I feel like you could see it in his eyes that he knows the earth is doomed, but yet he's still trying his best to make peace of the world. And he's still fighting crime. But he's mad at the world at the same time. He hates everybody, but yet again, he wants to save everybody. And plus that, Miss Kravitz. I don't know how to say her last name. Zoe Kravitz? Forget her last name. But she's in there. And she's a beautiful young lady. I would watch any movie with that woman. And I don't blame Batman for wanting to, you know, get to know Catwoman. And I think he made a huge mistake when he let her leave at the end of the movie. If I was there, I would smack him across the face and be like, dude, what the fuck is the matter with you? Another mob movie that I love is Donnie Brasco. Donnie Brasco is with Johnny Depp and Al Pacino, and Al Pacino plays Lefty and Donnie Brasco plays or Johnny Cash plays Donnie Brasco. Now this movie is a true story, so you guys got to see it. If you haven't seen it yet, watch it. This mob movie also has a scene for Christmas on there. It's really awesome. And just in case you guys are gonna ask, yes, I did give Lefty's name. I gave the name Lefty to Lefty because of this movie. If you watch the movie, you'll kind of understand why, but you probably won't because you don't really know him as well as I do. But I don't know, it just inspired me, and then it's just so, yo, you should call yourself Lefty, and then boom. But the movie in general is good. It says a lot about loyalty from Lefty's part, but not from Donnie Brasco. Donnie Brasco was kind of, he's an undercover cop. Nobody likes undercover cops, especially no mobsters. And everything about it also is just crazy. How Donnie Brasco is loyal to the mob and how he gets screwed over. It's wild. Watch the movie, you'll love it. Another movie that I really appreciate is Limitless. Limitless is a really great movie. It just puts your mind in a perspective, and it makes you want to choose some of Joe Rogan's alpha brain stuff, because it makes you believe that you can access 100% of your brain, and then you just become this fucking super god that does everything correct, everything in his power, everything in a human's power, everything is possible. It just makes you feel like that, and we're all living in this life right now, and we're trying to figure things out. But when you watch this movie, it just kind of takes you away from reality, and you're just like, man, I have a percentage in my brain that I'm not really using. I wish I could use it, and if it did happen, then I'd be living life like a fucking king. Last movie on my list of top 10, like I said, this is not in any particular order. I do have a lot more favorite movies that I love to watch, but these are just like top 10 that popped into my mind. This last movie is called Get Rich or Die Trying, featuring Curtis Jackson, 50 Cent. That's my boy. This movie says it all, man. It pretty much sums up my entire life. It's to get rich or die trying. I know it's taking me forever, but I know it's gonna happen, and I'm gonna die trying. Homeboy literally survived all of this shit that he was going through in his life, and at the end of it, he overcame one of the most difficult things that he had to overcome. He had to accept it and move forward, get on that stage, and just fucking kill it. And a lot of that was based off of a true story of Curtis Jackson, also known as 50 Cent. So if you guys haven't seen that movie, you guys gotta watch it. And I know probably a lot of these movies aren't like low-key movies, the one where you're like, oh man, that's a Hollywood ass movie, everybody's seen that movie. I'm not trying to say I love these movies to be unique. I'm saying I love these movies because I appreciate the way it was filmed, the storyline, everything about it is almost perfect. A lot of these movies are just almost perfect, and I love all of these movies, so I suggest that you guys give it a watch. But that's all I have for Vlogmas number 10. I know it's kind of quick. It feels like I just put something together ASAP, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I did just put something together ASAP. But now you know a little bit about me. I want to know a little bit more about you guys. So go ahead and comment your top 10 movies or even your top 5 movies. I'd like to see them, and if I haven't seen one of them, I would like to watch it. But what do you guys think about my top 10 movies? Drop that in the comment also below. We'll see you guys tomorrow on Vlogmas number 11. We'll talk to y'all later. Peace out. Big dog.